Well, everybody, good evening. My name is Benjamin Sotomayor. I'm with BST Home Inspections, and today we're just gonna go over what we do and the free products that we have to help you guys, with your clients, with your buyers and sellers. Okay. Previous introduction. So, well, who's BST? BST is me, Benji Sotomayor. I got other guys working for me as well, other inspectors, but I'm the main guy in the company. I've been involved in residential, commercial construction, and inspection for over 12 years. During this time, I had a key role inspecting multi-million-dollar projects for cities, municipalities, counties, and Florida Department of Transportation. Currently, the company is working with, we're part of a team that is inspecting a $177 million job on the HEP, Florida Turnpike. This is the extension from the Hard Rock Stadium all the way to Homestead. For some of you, you've seen the construction that's going on there. That's what we're doing. Okay? This is giving us experience, a combination of years of training, education, experimentation, argument, failures, everything. What performance duties to our clients. What do? We basically, like I said before, we are an inspection company and we focus on real estate. So, of course, we do full real estate home inspections, okay? We have other products which we'll talk about later. Our inspections consist of, we have infrared inspections, energy scoring, we do insurance inspections as well, four-point inspections. We do wind mitigations. Mold and termite, we don't do right now. What we do is that if we determine we see something that appears to be termite infestation or any other wood-eating insect or any mold, we will refer you to a professional so they can come and assess if there's any kind of infestation in the property. Okay? Besides this, we also do commercial inspections. For that, we have a team of professionals that basically are in the four main things of commercial trade. So they're specialized in structural, in roofing, in mechanical, plumbing, electrical. We have another product called Moving Certified Inspections, which that's one thing that I want to really go deep with you guys, because that's probably what's going to help you the most, especially for you, the ones that are working with sellers. If you're a listing agent, this might be a product that's going to interest you a lot. We do also project oversight inspections. That's mainly construction sites. A lot of your clients might be investors and they don't have the time to go visit the job sites. So for that, we can do a project oversight. We do integrity inspections to help them assure that the contractors are doing what they're supposed to do, that they're abiding by the code, and especially for payment purposes. That's the most important part of it. The company also do septic system inspections. On a full real estate home inspection, okay, we really focus on your client. We want to give him the best product. Our report is going to be a complete report going really deep into, like I said before, roofing, mechanical, plumbing, and electrical. These are the four main things that might fail on a property and that might bring your deals down. At the same time, the whole purpose of this report and what we do is to give your buyer, your client, peace of mind. Reassure him that the property that he's about to go and invest on is in perfect conditions, that he won't have, unforeseen things coming up later, which are going to be very costly. And if there's anything there, make him aware of what the issues are with the property, so the buyer, the client, can have a better idea of the cost, so he can do a much more informed decision in order to proceed or not. And when we're saying this, we're really not trying to scare you guys. I know a lot of you get scared with inspectors, and you guys think, oh, but there's so many goofy inspectors out there, that they put their personal opinion into the report and all that. Well, that's not what we do. Really, what we do is state facts. Our most important thing is to show your client with photos, with documentation, if there's a problem, what the problem is, and even try to give you guys an estimate of the amount that it will cost to repair the problem. We leave aside personal opinions, like I said before, and we stick to facts. That's the most important thing. And I put myself on your shoes, and I will say that we're in a business that is basically word of mouth. This is all about referrals. And we're salesmen. That's what we are. Even though you guys, you show houses or condos and that, I inspect them, but at the end of the day, we're salespeople. We are all here trying to sell our services to our clients. And at the end of the day, they are the most important people. We need to take care of them. We need to guarantee them that what they're investing, what they're going to, is not going to be a problem later on. It's just going to be what they want it to be. It could be home sweet home for most of them. It could be a good investment for the future. For some of them, it might be their very first home, So, like I said before, you want to really take care of those relationships, because a customer that is well served, he will refer you people. A customer that is badly served, he will put your name out there in a bad way that will hurt you more than if you didn't have that customer at all. How do we do this? We do this with professionalism, knowledge. All of us, we're fully certified, and we're not just certified on one trade, we're certified in multiple trades. Like I said before, we do energy scoring, we do roofing assessment, we're certified mechanical, that's the air conditioning, we're certified in plumbing, electrical. That way we can really go and assess the structure and determine if there's anything that might cause a problem in the future. On top of that, people sometimes call us inspector gadgets. Why? Because we showed up. This is something that has happened to us before. We go to a home, and the first thing that the homeowner says, or the client for that matter, is like, oh, I've never seen an inspector before. Anybody bring so many tools, so many little devices. Well, that's what we do. We want to use technology to help us better our jobs. Okay? So we try to use infrared cameras so we can actually look behind the walls. Because remember, our inspection is a non-invasive. We're never going to go poke a hole in the wall to see what you got back there. But through the use of certain devices, like infrared cameras, now we can actually go and see behind that wall. Infrared cameras are great in order to see roof leaks that are not big enough that can actually be seen through the, be seen from inside the house. But through the different changes in temperature, we can determine if there's something there worth going into the attic again and digging deep into it to go find it, and certain things like that. Same thing, attention to detail. We don't take shortcuts, okay? Our typical inspections last from 2 hours plus. And like we said before, we're gonna provide you with a professional report clear photos, and if there's anything that needs upgrade, we will make the recommendations, especially with the, with the water heaters, air conditioning units. Most of the time, we walk into houses where, for example, a water heater, a regular water heater, life expectancy is somewhere between 10 to 15 years. I walk in houses where the water heater is 17 years old, but it looks in perfect condition. But then again, nonetheless, it's better to let your buyer know that even though it's working, there's always the chance that at any given moment that water heater might just stop working. So it's good for the buyer to be aware that if he proceeds to purchase the real estate, that there might be an investment that he might need to do in the near future. Hopefully not, but like I said before, if he's aware and something happens within 6 months, 8 months, he won't be disappointed because he knew about it already. This is just all of the services that we provide. Like I said before, we do wind mitigations, 4-point insurance inspections. I actually like to tell my clients that if they're going to proceed with the purchase, that we can add these services to the inspection, because since we're there, we can charge a lot cheaper than later on them hiring another inspector or even calling us again. Hopefully they will call us again, to do the inspections. So that's something that we always like to add on to the inspection. And for insurance purposes, it's pretty good. You need to be aware when you have a lot of vegetation surrounding the house. You need to be very aware that the vegetation is not touching the walls, because these will keep moisture. Okay, and even though it's a cinder block wall, still concrete transports water. Okay, and this is what creates mold and all that. Planters. A lot of properties that we see, they have planters that come right off the wall. You'll see some photos later, for example, and there's no weep holes. These are little details that you, as an agent, while you're surveying properties for your clients, you can take a look and you can already start seeing where little problems might show up, or little things, little upgrades that your client needs to be aware that they need to do. Okay? Same thing, on this property they had put new insulation in the attic, but then again they did not do it apparently with a professional contractor or somebody knew what they were doing, and they actually cover all the soffit vents. Well guys, the soffit vents, they have a very important purpose here in South Florida. You need air circulation in our attics to keep moisture away. If you block the vents, moisture will stay there and eventually you will have mold. Like I was telling you, this is my fully renovated property. Look at these examples. That you couldn't see from anywhere. We walked the roof. It was a cement tile roof and looked beautiful, and you couldn't see anything until we went to the attic and found all that wood rot. The roof had been replaced 2 years. It was just 2 years old. But apparently when they put the vent, they didn't seal it properly. Water started leaking and it started rotting it out. This is what I was telling you guys about the weep holes, planters that have no weep holes. They gotta have weep holes in the bottom if you're gonna have living plants there that you're gonna be watering on a constant basis. And this is the thing with the insulation. Insulation going all the way in the soffits, blocking the soffits. These are things that the only way you're gonna see is really having a good eye to it and going to the attic. Guys, we always go in the attic, we always walk the roofs, and if it's a roof that is clay tile, Spanish tile, we got drones to go do our inspections. And if we determine that there's somewhere out there in the roof that needs a closer look, then we will put a ladder and try to get to that point, you know, without breaking anything, of course, so we can really determine if there's a problem on the roof. This is another one. On the first photo, we have rot, actual rot on that door jamb. That was caused only because this house had no rain gutters. So all the rain was coming down and it was splashing on that concrete sidewalk 2 feet away from that door. So as simple as a rain gutter would take care of that issue. But these are the little things that we will show up, that we will show on inspection, okay? It shouldn't be something that will kill the deal. Maybe you can ask a discount because now you gotta replace the whole door jamb. But as an upgrade, your client needs to take into consideration to add a rain gutter on that side of the house. This is something that will kill a deal, but if this comes into one of your properties, I would actually tell the client, listen, let's walk away from these unless we can get a repair. That is the service point to the main house. Those cables come from the main transformer FP&L. You need to have a drip loop, what is called, for that weatherhead. A drip loop is nothing other than the cable coming in, making a loop right before it goes into the weatherhead. And the only purpose of that is so when it rains, the water collecting on those cables will fall on the bottom of the loop. In this particular case, guys, water was coming all the way into the main meter of the house. So this is something that took $3,000 to repair. Because you gotta call FP&L to disconnect that main service so an electrician can come and replace the wires and just put a loop to it. Okay? Little things like that. Well, not little things, sorry. That's a major, major thing. Okay? And I know some agents are like, oh my God, but guys, this is the heart of the house. Okay? This is something that is so minor, but then again, it could cause a fire any minute. In this picture right here, you have what we call a double tap. One single breaker with 2 wires coming in. There should only be 1 wire for every pole on a breaker. The cost of that thing, $200. Just remove that, add another breaker, and put that wire on another breaker. That's simple. But that's something that could still burn the house. So these are the things that we are looking for. These are the main elements that we as inspectors are looking for. To guarantee your client, once again, that he's walking to a property where he can go to sleep every night. Peace of mind, my home is safe. I won't have to worry in the middle of the night because there's a fire and I gotta run away. Okay. Once again, your client will receive a complete report stating the factual status of all major components, electrical, mechanical, plumbing, roofing, and will show if any upgrades needed, including not limited to the rest of the house. We will also check the walls, your stucco, door jambs, all your windows, all the appliances, etc. We will have access. You will have access to the report as well as an agent. You'll get a copy. And the repairs deemed necessary will be shown, as well as any upgrade. The report will be provided electronically with full color pictures. The report will also be used as a negotiation tool at time closing. Okay, this is the product that I wanted to show you guys. And this is mainly when you are the listing agent. Okay? As the name says it, moving certified. Basically, that's what we want to do. We want to do an inspection of the home, not for the buyer, but for the seller, on the seller side. Okay, and I'll explain why. This is an inspection that is going to be paid by the seller, okay? is no different than the buyer inspection. It's gonna be as complex and in-depth as when you come in with a buyer. Same thing, okay? The beauty of this inspection is that this inspection, once it's done, is gonna be uploaded, it's gonna be put online at this place, Fetch Report, where it can be viewed by any prospective buyer. Why is that important? Okay? The main thing here is that we want people that are driving around looking for houses to see our signs, our yard sign is gonna be, you see a picture coming up, but we're gonna put yard signs next to your realty sign, okay? We're gonna tell people driving by, hey, these houses are being already inspected, it's certified, so it's more appealing. It's a lot more appealing, okay? Some of the pros about this. First of all, that the seller can schedule inspection at their convenience with little effort from your part. You know, it's easier to schedule with the seller than with the buyer. And you having to call the agent of the seller to try to schedule when the inspector can show up, when are they gonna be around, and all that. So it gives you more liberty to keep doing your job, to keep selling houses and doing what you do. The seller can assist the inspector doing inspection, something that is not normally done on a buyer inspection. The report is going to help the seller, okay? This is something that maybe you guys can say, oh yeah, that's happened to me before. You walk into a house, okay, that you're going to list, and the first thing happens is that the owner of the house goes, well, how much do you think we should list this house for? And you know, with your experience and everything, you give a price. But the seller might be like, no, I think we can go higher. Well, if the seller sees the report, the inspection report of their house, and they see that there's damages or things that need to be upgraded or fixed, repaired, they might be more aware of the actual price of their property and not try to, bring the price too high up where the property might not be as appealing as what it really is. And then when the appraisal comes back, it actually matches to what you guys are looking for. It also is going to alert the owner of the house of any problems, okay, of any safety issues. And at the same time, the seller can make repairs. They can call a contractor, get things repaired, get things fixed at an easier pace. They can negotiate pricing instead of rush in a negotiating table. You know what I mean? They can call a contractor and say, no, you're too high, whatever. So they can negotiate the price, call a couple people, get estimates, get things fixed now so they can make the house much more appealing. That way, when the buyers come in, there's nothing wrong, boom, let's go, let's move forward with the deal. Also, the moving certified inspection relieves the agent of having early procure repair estimates or schedule repairs, like I was telling you before. It could be done with time and at the right price, which is probably the most important thing. Nobody loses money, things get fixed, and we move on. Some inspections can eliminate the buyer's remorse that sometimes occur after inspections. Like I was telling you before, the report will be hosted in this website, okay, to entice potential buyers. And it could be used as a marketing tool. Now you can advertise your properties as certified properties that already have inspection reports. So that way the buyers might see it once again more appealing and say, hey, we can look at the report now and we may even not need to pay for us to do an inspection anymore. We can go with this inspection. Remember, at the end of the day, we as inspectors are stating facts. And if we find something in this property that you're listing and it gets repaired, we will modify the report once the repairs are done in order to show that everything's fine. We would not leave the report out there saying, oh, we got these issues. Okay? The main idea is to, once again, entice the buyers to go look at the reports and see that there's nothing wrong with the property, so they can go ahead and proceed with the purchase. These are the yard signs I was telling you guys about. And this is a great marketing tool, because this looks a lot more appealing for people driving the neighborhoods. When they see this sign, they're gonna say, oh, what is that? They're gonna go on the website, they'll find a brief, quick information about what it entails. They can go and look at the report. They don't have to sign up, they don't have to pay anything. It's out there for everybody. And they'll see that a professional inspection company did the report, so they can go ahead and move in. Okay, so in summary, moving certified reports provide a third-party unbiased opinion. That's us, guys. We are the third party. Remember, we're here for the clients. That's the main thing. It permits a clean home inspection report hosted on Fetch Report to be used as a marketing tool. You will get the free yard signs to attract potential buyers driving the area. A seller inspection is the ultimate tool, I would imagine, for you guys to use in order to help sell your properties. Okay? And once again, it's gonna take away from the buyer any suspicion about something that might be wrong, because he can see it right there. We're also liable. We falsify, we say something, we're liable. So it's in our best interest to put out there what really is out there. And the selling inspection will lighten the negotiations of 11 hours. The report might encourage the buyer to waive the inspection contingency, like I was telling you before. The buyer might say, well, this is good enough. I don't need to go ahead and schedule another inspector. We can just use this report, submit it to the lender, and that's it. So we save time, they save money. Once again, more appealing. The report provides a full disclosure and protection from legal claims. It allows the seller to take care of the repairs pointed out in the inspection in a timely manner, being able to negotiate a good price for the actual repair cost, not having to take an absurd cut on the asking price in the negotiation table. Okay? And once again, yes, you see, agents often use the inspector reports as a negotiation tool to get discounts. That's when you're on the buyer side. This is not well, before we go into this, that's the main thing. Those are the main pros and cons of having a home inspection. Okay? Once again, you want to have reassurance either for your buyer or for your seller, okay, that things are going to go smoothly, that you're the perfect man for the job, that you're going to bring the right client to close the deal. So the most important thing, guys, I personally would never purchase a property without having an inspection done on it, either for investment, for my personal use, or anything. That, for most people, that's the biggest investment of their life, okay? And we need to look at it that way. So we want to guarantee that client that they're doing the right thing by hiring an inspector, the inspector giving them an unbiased report showing exactly what's out there, what needs to be repaired. That way, everybody has peace of mind and the deals can be closed in a timely manner. This is another service that we provide. This is more for actual investors or already homeowners that they want to do renovations in the house or additions. You know, like I was saying before, we do inspections for them before it's too late. We do intermittent inspections, you know, to make sure the contractor is following the building code. And we actually force the contractor to provide a monthly invoice to collect payment, and we review the invoice and we compare it to the percentage of work being done on the property. And then we will tell you, the client, the contractor's invoicing for 45%, but he's only at 25%. So we're gonna pay at 25%, okay? Of course, it's up to you if you wanna pay more, but we will let you know what's being done out there. And we will do, you know, the final walkthrough inspections. You will still have to go through your regular county inspections or city inspections, whatever it is. But what we're trying to do is minimize re-inspection fees, okay? By going in, making sure that the contractor did it the right way. So when the city inspector comes in, he won't find any problems. He will just sign off on the permit and keep on going, okay? And like I said, this is for, we also do new construction inspections, 1-year building warranty inspections, investment consulting, foreclosure inspections. And that's it. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys, and really hope that you use us, you know, or refer us to your clients so we can provide them the best deal ever.